Imagine this. You're walking down the street, or driving down the road, or walking down the aisle of a grocery store, and you pass someone you've never met before. And in that brief moment, you have the power to make a difference, to be an angel in their life. A warm hello to all of you beautiful souls tuning in. Welcome to my channel. My name is Diana Gregg, and today we will be diving into something truly special. How to be an angel in somebody's life. How you can step into the role of an angel on earth, using love and forgiveness to heal our world. I will be providing simple methods and exercises to help you achieve this. There's a lot of material to cover regarding this topic, so I've broken it down into two parts. In this first video, I will be talking about how you can do that. Simple things you can put into practice every day to live your life as an angel upon this earth. And I will also explain how you can step into the role of a guardian angel on earth to a specific person or even groups of people. You don't have to be a perfect person, and you don't have to be a holy person. You just have to have the true intention to be of loving assistance and making a positive difference in people's lives. I will discuss the pitfalls and the drawbacks that frequently prevent us from stepping up to the task with our fullest potential, as well as how to successfully eliminate those stumbling blocks. Stay with me to the end of part 2 because I will be sharing with you an angel healing exercise you can do immediately and as often as you wish that will not only help others, it will help you as well every time you use it. With frequent repetition of energy exercises like this one, you effectively build up your energetic pathways, your chi in your body, which in turn supports your health and well-being, opens up your intuitive channels, as well as making you a more proficient energy worker. Whether it's towards a friend, a family member, or a complete stranger, spreading the angelic qualities of loving kindness is what makes this world shine brighter for you and others. In a world that has become increasingly polarized under the strain of economic struggles, health challenges, and a myriad of uncertainties regarding our future, we can be really full of ourselves, can't we? As we go about our day, meaning we can be so hyper-focused and concerned with what's going on in our own lives, the stress of deadlines, financial hardships, personal struggles, whether those are physical, mental, or emotional, troubles at work or with your health or within your personal relationships, that it leaves us very little room to consider others and their needs. We all know very well what's on our own plate, what we are personally dealing with, our own feelings, worries, concerns, etc. But how well do you recognize that other people also have a lot on their plates too? Their challenges, even if they are known or visible to you, which they are most likely not, may not look as significant as yours to you. What someone else is dealing with may not even seem to compare to what you're dealing with, but really there's no accurate way to compare or gauge what another person is dealing with or the toll it's taking out on them. And many people who present themselves as having the time of their lives on social media, etc., are often really suffering in their own way, in silence. We are at a major crossroads in our world right now. There are two very distinct paths we can choose that will shape what our future will look like. Either we continue to go further and further into our own pain, focusing on ourselves to the point we forget to consider others, living our lives in a selfish and reactive manner to whatever life sends our way. This choice is destructive in nature. The other path we can choose is constructive, and that is us realizing that we're all in the same boat and choose to band together and support one another. It's important that we take on the understanding that the energies you generate, meaning your thoughts, moods, emotions, your visualizations, are creational energies that you are always sending out, broadcasting out into the world and out into the universe. They go towards creating the world you live in and interact with. Therefore, it behooves you to be proactive and mindful concerning what energies you are putting into motion. You have the ability to make this world a better place. Before I go into more specialized ways you can be an angel on earth to a specific individual or people, I briefly want to share simple everyday things everyone can put into practice every day to create a little bit more heaven on earth. 1. Practice random acts of kindness. Kindness is the foundation of angelic behavior, whether it's sharing fresh produce from your garden with a neighbor, helping someone reach an item off the grocery store shelf, or letting someone in traffic ahead of you. These small gestures can brighten someone's day and even encourage them to pass the kindness forward. 2. Acknowledgement. Offer a smile or other small gestures of acknowledgement, such as nods to say hello to passerbys or pausing to allow a person to pass in front of you. These are such simple gestures, but they can make a big difference in someone's life and remind them that they're not alone in this world. 3. Practice empathy. Put yourself in someone else's shoes and strive to understand their perspective. Empathy builds connections and fosters compassion. It helps you feel more love towards others. 4. Listen with an open heart, actively listening to others without judgment. Sometimes people aren't quite ready to receive your advice or solutions to their problems, and all they really want or feel they need is a listening ear to help them feel understood and supported. Being a good listener can help you better assist someone in need because more often than not, people are more receptive to advice and solutions once they feel heard and understood. 5. Be a beacon of positivity. Be the light that shines bright. Spread love and light wherever you go. Give genuine compliments when you feel moved by something you see or experience. Offer words of encouragement and uplift those around you. 6. Give generously. Whether it's your time, resources, or love, giving without expecting anything in return is the truest form of kindness. 7. Share your talents. Do you have a skill or talent that could benefit someone else? Don't keep it to yourself. Share your skills and your talents to help others grow. Perhaps you are a skilled oil painter or a tennis player, etc. You might want to offer classes at your local senior center or Boys and Girls Club. 8. Be an angel of prayer. Sending positive thoughts, prayers, and blessings can heal, support, and uplift others in ways you can't imagine. 9. Practice your faith. By this, I simply mean connecting more frequently with your spirituality through prayer and meditation. In doing so, you will feel more grounded, supported, and connected to something much bigger than yourself. And finally, 10. Now, this last tip could be a video all of its own because there is a lot to discuss here, and that is minding boundaries. This is not something that is easy to gauge for many people for many reasons. Simply put, it's about staying sensitive and aware of other people's boundaries and personal space, which includes their physical, mental, and emotional boundaries, and keeping good, clear boundaries of your own for yourself, your well-being as well, knowing when you've given enough of your time, your energy, and your resources without giving away too much of yourself. This takes a lot of consideration and discernment, so it really does warrant a video all of its own. If you'd like me to do a video on that, please send me a message in the comments below. And just a quick note, as you go about your day being an angel on earth, do not expect anything in return. Refrain from hoping or expecting others recognize your good deeds. Being a light worker can often be a thankless task to take on. Many people may not say thank you or even acknowledge your kind gestures. Let that go. It's not personal. These individuals are way too distracted or they're still deeply asleep. Sleepwalking through their life. Send them love and let them be. Let go of any notion of it being rude, disrespectful, or taking advantage of your kindness. Just be kind for the sake of being kind, not for anyone else's acknowledgement or thanks. Many others will be touched and will begin to pass the kindness forward, and that is our goal. Moving on to more specialized ways you can be like an angel on earth. How do we do that? What are some common stumbling blocks, and how do we resolve them? Anyone and everyone would do well receiving love, assistance, and prayers, certainly in times of need. However, what if we were to offer love, assistance, and prayers regardless of whether we know someone is in need or not? It may surprise you, but not everyone is willing to ask or even willing to receive love, assistance, or prayers. Some people feel that it is somehow a weakness to need help, and there are some people who don't feel worthy of your help or prayers. The only thing worse than someone not feeling worthy of your love, assistance, and prayers is the belief that there could possibly be a person on the planet not worthy of your love, assistance, and prayers. As an angel on earth, the last thing you want to do is reserve your love and prayers for only those people who you feel deserve it, and withhold it from those you feel don't. love and prayers are not just for people who are in need, who are suffering or going through hardships. In fact, the very people who need the most love and healing are often the people you might have never considered being an angel for. And they might actually be the very people you dislike, despise, or have reservations about. I'm referring to the people whom you perceive to be selfish, destructive, or violent, people who you see driving recklessly on the road, the person who raced through a red light at the intersection because they feel entitled to do as they please without considering others. There are also people who, giving them benefit of the doubt, think they are helping the planet and humanity, but are in fact doing more harm than good. Or perhaps they are knowingly doing harm. They too are in need of your love and prayers. You may not consider politicians or world leaders, etc., in need of your love, prayers, or you being their angel. All of these examples may not be the people who you'd feel most inspired to be an angel for, but they are in fact the ones who perhaps need it the most, especially because they make such a large impact on the lives of ordinary people. Think about it like this. When you are in love, when you are filled with love, do you feel like being hurtful to anybody or anything? People who can deliberately hurt others are that way because they are lacking in love themselves. I'm not talking about our basic human definition of love that hallmarks a store-bought Valentine. I'm talking about real love, true love, unconditional love. Since many of you who are watching this may be healers yourselves, I think it's important to mention this. There is a belief among people within the alternative healing community who strictly believe you should only send healing to individuals who've verbally asked for your help. I wholeheartedly disagree, and here's why. Unconditional love is a healing energy and a helpful energy, and you, as a child of God and a being whose soul is love and light, by default, you are a source of healing, especially when you have nothing dampening or blocking those energies. And if you love humanity, if you love others, you cannot not send them healing energies whenever you think about them or envision them in a loving and positive way, or by simply being in a joyous or peaceful state of being while you're around them. Also, individuals are perfectly entitled to block or not receive love or healing energies from others. We can block healing energies both consciously and unconsciously, so therefore you are not doing anything against their wishes. But how do you get there? How can you feel love towards someone who you feel disdain towards, or towards someone who feels disdain towards you? When you were a small child, you were likely introduced to the reward-punishment system, whether it was at home, in school, or at work, or while you were out and about interacting in the world. Whenever you did something pleasing or right, you were rewarded. The result was you felt supported and loved. If you did something displeasing or wrong, you were likely punished. The result was you felt unsupported and unloved. I'm willing to bet you can remember quite clearly times in your life where you felt as though someone literally withdrew their love and support from you. You may be able to recall a time when it was you withdrawing or switching off your love or support for someone you felt had wronged you. Perhaps you felt betrayed, and as a result, you withdrew your love, support, or affections. It's purely a conditioning, a habit you picked up. It is possible to not respond in this way. It is possible to continue loving. For anyone who is doubtful, I'll prove it. This can be most easily demonstrated to people who have children or pets, because the simplest way to experience this is through the emotion of true love. As a healthy and balanced parent, there is probably nothing you could love or cherish more than your children. You have undying true love for them. If you don't have children, but instead have a pet, maybe this describes you. I'm willing to bet you feel true love for your fur baby. Whenever your children or fur babies do something undesirable or wrong, your love for them doesn't diminish or go away. Now, you might withhold smiles or show your disapproval, but you don't ever stop loving them, right? You might say, well, that's because I have unconditional love for my children or my fur babies. But how can I have that for a stranger or for someone I find unlovable? How can I have true love for all people, regardless of who they are, what they've done, or what they stand for? Now, I understand that it's not always an easy feat for many people to feel unconditional love towards individuals who stand for the exact opposite of what they do, or individuals who have agendas that go against their own moral fiber. But believe it or not, there is a fix for this. Except for it to work, you need to have the strong desire and willpower for it to work, and you need to believe there's a good reason for doing it. We've already discussed the positive reasons as to why we would want this, so if you also have the desire, here is a method that can help you achieve it. This is a very simple method that anyone who has ever loved can implement, because it is essentially jump-starting the emotion of by piggybacking off your emotion of true love. It is as simple as focusing on someone you love or even a pet you love. Once you have successfully generated the emotion, you keep growing it like a giant love balloon by recalling specific memories that filled you with laughter, love, and joy. Recreate all of those emotions while bringing to mind the person or people you've chosen to be an angel for. Imagine this love filling them up and healing them in their mind, body, and spirit. Repeat this frequently while envisioning how this love is positively transformational for them. It will become easier and easier the more you practice this. However, if you discover you simply cannot pull this off no matter how often you practice this, that is a good indication that you likely have some stumbling blocks that need to be addressed first. After doing this kind of work for many years, I can tell you right now that the number one block tends to be either judgment or the inability to forgive for most people. But don't worry, because there are ways to resolve this as well. If you are interested in learning how to resolve these stumbling blocks to become more like an angel on earth and flow your innate natural healing energies to help heal our world, then follow me to part 2, where we dive even deeper into this topic. I will be sharing with you more advanced and specialized techniques and methods for tuning into your divine self to become more like an angel on earth. I hope you've been enjoying this material so far. If you have, please give it a like so that it can be seen by more people. Share with anyone you think might be interested. If you haven't already seen my angel number series and you are interested in this topic, be sure to check those videos out. I discuss the true meaning behind seeing the repeating numbers that goes beyond looking up numerology and angel number meanings. Also keep an eye out for my manifesting series titled Your Consciousness Creates. If interested, be sure to subscribe so that you'll be notified once that one is released. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again.